Hello again. This is not from Saturday night. I believe this is Friday night. And
made in his image.
Once again, I'm in the position of wishing that I had the industry to get up and install a 64-bit operating system on these computers and put about 16 gigs of memory into them so that I could actually render these things at a decent speed and maybe get like get AT&T's crappy Uber service or something so I could just upload like 2 or 3 a day or some shit like that, which is probably what I ought to do, but it's all about money and time and effort. I could probably get the money, but the effort ain't there. I'm trying to work my way up to getting the gumption up to put 16 gigs in a 64-bit operating system on one of these. Anyway, this game here. I was kind of surprised the way it turned out. We had, I think I can probably explain it though. We had, it looks like it's really stacked in Red's favor, but Blue's going to come pretty close to actually winning this. Although we're gonna stay ahead of them through most of it. I think Red has me on it. Well, if I'm there you go. That's the kind of thing you want to look out for. That's Holsing there. Holsing's been killing me far too much lately. That's kind of annoying. And yeah, Red has Cybus on it, and I think it has Fun Times also, and which those are 2 of the best players out there. So it's I have killed people doing that before, but that guy turned around and got me. Okay.
Attack the enemy prime node.
If I see the scoreboard come up, I'll comment more about that. Well, we do have the board dominated anyway. Already. I made 1 or 2, I guess, okay plays, but yeah, I'm definitely not carrying the team. Well, why did Blue almost win? Well, basically, it's nothing too amazing. Basically, I believe all that's going on is that some of the players on Blue are basically having a conversation about mouse control and shit. So maybe they're not quite playing as much as they ought to be. Although, I mean, that could be it. It's hard to tell. But it's a good looking match anyway. I thought we've kind of got it sewed up in the moment. We're putting damage on the core and whatnot. I don't think I was paying attention. Okay, we must have lost 20 points off the flood. That's what happened. Yeah. Let's see, if I was paying attention, I would have noticed that. I was wondering how we got down to 80 points. They've actually got us outscored at the moment, but that's not going to last. We're taking, yeah. I think I remember consciously deciding that I was just going to let them take that flood because we were gonna beat them with damage on their core anyway.
Blue core is under attack.
And probably the only reason I would do that was because I didn't have, would be because I thought I didn't have a chance of getting to the flood.
Command the Nightshade.
If that's what happened. At this point, yeah, we've got them down to 68 now.
I have the ore.
Okay. Well, there were several matches I could have posted here, but there was another Serenity match that where they got us down to like 50 points, and we came back from that. Although at the end, the end of it pretty much amounted to me just holding the mine node. Oh, I gotta stay alive long enough for that shield to go down. The end of it just ended up with me holding the mine node with the ore, while the levy held the prime with the the levy held the enemy prime with the levy in overtime. And if you control all the nodes like that, you can pretty much time it. You can pretty much time out anything. But it pretty much just amounted to me standing there with the orb, waiting for Red to come in and try to take the mine node back.
Attack the center node.
I have the orb.
Which they didn't quite manage. Well, I think they got it once, but they didn't quite manage it good enough. But, anyway, Blue is coming back a little bit. They got the center here. There's 40 seconds left on the flood. I'm gonna try to get a rebound shot with the flat cannon on this guy, but didn't hit him right. Didn't put enough damage on him to stop him. We got the center back down, so I'm thinking instead of trying to go all the way to the center, there's only 20 seconds on that flood. I'm probably close enough to the flood to where I might have a chance of holding it, but I don't think I'm going to manage to do it. I'm not paying close enough attention. Yeah, I just jumped the wrong way and got a little too far away from that node, lost the link, and the guy capped on me. I probably would have died anyway. But that's something you gotta watch for if you're trying to hold a flood or something with that orb. You gotta be careful which way you go hopping around, because if you lose that link, then the guy can just walk right in and cap it on you. He'll do it in a second, because he's probably dancing around the other side of there, waiting for his chance to do this. I think we're about to lose the center now. Unless we can get the enemy prime down. We still got the flood. Okay, we just lost the center. I think the blue orb's gonna come in out of nowhere here and cap, probably from above. I'm trying to see if I can see it this time. Up there he is. I think, yeah, he must have come in from above. And that Viper coming in suicide.
Attack the center node.
So yeah, at this point, you can see blue is pushing back. And somebody else got the orb, so I'm gonna stand here. I can see that blue orb coming in, I believe. No, maybe not. Yeah, the blue orb's going for the flood, and now I'm thinking I probably should have headed toward the flood to support the yellow orb, but I think, or the red orb, but I think we're gonna get our 20 points anyway. Yeah, we did.
Blue core is heavily damaged. Blue core.
Go back for the orb, because I know the blue orb can't show up for a few seconds, so I got time to get out there, even though we don't have the center. Probably go over here and hold down the center, hold down the prime in case the blue orb heads over toward the prime, which would be the thing for them to do. I'm gonna catch no, not this time. Now the flood is getting short, so I probably ought to head over that way unless I see that, yeah, the blue orb's coming over toward the flood. He's gonna cap that, so now I'm gonna head toward the center. Because when he caps going up them steps like that, I'm always wanting to stay up on the board as long as possible so that I can jump at the end of that and get that wonderful leap right across and land right on the node. But if you stay on that board just a little too long, there's almost always somebody waiting to nail you. And if you ain't off that board before he tries it, you're just gonna fall right over, and then he's gonna kill you right there. And I decided I'm not gonna cap that flood node right there, because they're just trying to build it. They don't even have a clock on it. It's not worth it. I was gonna try to cap the prime, but then the center went down, and tried to grab a taxi over there and got nailed as soon as I did. So yeah, blue is playing much better at this point, although they are still behind, and they will remain behind. There's Rocky just came in, probably came in on blue, I guess, maybe. I really ought to remember to show the scoreboard more often on this thing. It's very difficult to remember to do that. I tend to get a little focused on what I'm doing in here. Try to. Oh God, I was just reading the news, and this PewDiePie person got a story in the Wall Street Journal just because apparently he's filthy rich from doing those videos that he does. And my comment was, it's amazing what you can do with a personality. Oh yeah. I've watched people with personality for a long time. I feel like an expert on the subject. Don't actually have one, but I think I can deal with not having that kind of personality, because he frankly seems a little strange. He's Swedish though, they're like that. I'm sure he's a real nice guy, man. But yeah, I think his videos are hilarious. So
Man the night shield.
But that's how they do that. That's how they get all those views. It's basically, people watch those videos. They're there to see him. They're not. Well, you learn a little bit something about video games you've never seen before too. So that's worthwhile. Okay, we're wearing them down a little bit. I think I started off being like down to like 20 or 40 hit points, and somebody else had the orb, or I didn't want to run the orb with 40 hit points, so I decided the thing to do was to go put some pressure on the blood for as long as I could. Then after I respawned, I figured I'd keep doing that for a while since we were taking the center, but it looked like they were doing okay with the orb and everything. Now the center has a problem.
Man the nightshade.
And blue now has the center and the flood. Somebody else got the orb again. I do like to run the orb on this map, but other people are welcome to it. Because there's other things I could do too, you know, like getting that walker. I never did like the walker much, but it's important to somebody to get into it. And you know, if I'm just checking to see if he dropped the nuke over here or not. There's our orb. I'm gonna steal it. Well, he got knocked over. Now I'm gonna get knocked over. Well, it was a nice try. Now I'm down to 46 hit points. We just lost our prime, so that's not gonna work out.
Man the nightshade.
I was pulling out that arrow to see. Oh, we're actually down a man here. Well, that might have something to do with the situation. Although again, if you look at the people that are on these teams, you know, I would be surprised that, you know, we would not take this easily. Of course, if you read that chatter down there at the bottom, you can see that they're sitting there talking about mice and all kinds of things. We're having to struggle quite a bit. We're down to 8 points. We're down to 8 minutes. There's 39 seconds on that flood. We just got the center back, so that takes the pressure off. I'll just go straight over to the flood. Yeah, I'm getting off the board right here because there's certain people that just love to stand on that rooftop over there and just snipe anybody that tries to fly over here to the flood with it on their board. Just knock them right over. Geronimo in particular, I think he's on the other team. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait. Take another look at that board if it comes up. If he is, I'm surprised he didn't spend the whole match sniping because he does love to snipe.
The prime node.
I have the
run
orb.
this thing again. We got people. We got somebody here spawn killing off our core also, which is an extremely annoying but effective tactic that some people will do.
Man the nightshade.
I don't tend to do that a whole lot. It's not because I wouldn't do it. I just never seem to get around to it.
Floodgate node.
Nope, I gotta tell. Well, there you go. He's just gonna tow me straight over to the flood because there's only 30 seconds on it. That's exactly what needs to be done.
Grab the Redeemer.
It's lucky I didn't get nailed in the last second there. I really should have moved a little bit so I didn't get hung up on that stair. Now we're gonna get a tow to the center. I remember this. We're not gonna get this. We're gonna get close, but our prime's gonna go down right about there, just before I can get up there. But there's some coordination. I'm gonna get the tow right back to that doesn't happen every time. Just lost the Viper. Now I'm gonna catch the sniper. Yeah, there's the sniper.
Defend.
Who was that? I don't know. That was if Geronimo's on the other team, that was probably. Oh, now I'm sitting here with 10 hit points. Got knocked over, but somebody else on our team's going to pick up the orb just in time, so blue did not cap right there, which was probably crucial. Now there's nothing left of the orb, and I think somebody else is getting that. No, but they didn't get it. I was going to try to tow him. Now he's getting it. And I'm just going to tow him straight over to the flood, just like they did for me. Even though they're building our prime, but we definitely want to get that flood out. Yeah, okay. And now we can get the blue orb. Yeah, we got the blue orb down, so that's good. They're still building our prime, so we're kind of in trouble there. Our orb's coming in. I'm gonna dodge an apple right there. I'm not gonna dodge it down. I don't think that was even an arrow. I think this took me out with flak. They took me out with flak and rockets and stuff. Gonna lose a few points here, but our prime's back up. And now there's nothing left. I gotta get in the walker. I don't mind getting in the walker so much nowadays. I mean, it's an important vehicle to get into. Probably finish up this match in the walker. Yeah, they got the prime down, so that means I want to position myself right around here, both so that I can fire into those doorways over there. Although these doors and windows are really small, it's really hard to hit anything through there, but you got to keep trying.
Grab your orb.
Once the prime is up, I want to move over here and start targeting stuff towards the center. And also an important job for the walkers to stand up here and keep Blue from getting that nuke. That guy might have the nuke. Probably he's just rushing forward to hit the center. Of course, as soon as you're in the walker, you're going to get Vipers and everybody else out here trying to take you out. That's why you never want to get in the walker without an Avril. It's always a good idea to have an Avril when you're in the walker, so you can jump out and take out those guys before they do that. There's that nuke coming in. Yeah, that guy did have the nuke. I was trying to stop him, but he had it.
I've got the orb.
But he screwed up his approach. He did not make it in there, or else somebody shot it down. I'm not sure which. It's hard to fly the nuke into that little door. Then you have, as soon as you get into the door, you got to make a hard right and dodge around that barrier in order to actually hit the node. So either he screwed it up or somebody shot it down. There's no more fire on the center, and so I want to take. Okay, there's Holsing trying to get in there. Got him out. So with no fire on the center, I want to okay, there's Adam. That's Adam weapon. He was making an effort. This is a position I like to take with the walker. I like to get right up on top of that walker. Well, now I want to get over this way because I want to be in. I can probably from here just manage to shoot into the flood area a little bit. I don't really like to get way over there towards the flood.
I have the orb.
Because I don't want to leave this center area uncovered. But it gets to where the flood gets really low and it becomes very tempting. Now there was some fire on the center, there was some fire on the prime, so I was moving back here, but now I need to move back toward the center again. Yeah.
Grab the
you can see where I finally got around to looking at that little round map and figuring out where I need to be going.
Killing spree.
There's under over. I think that was Blue Orb there got killed. And we're still a man down. Adam a weapon. As you can see, I'm not just moving around at random. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I don't know if there's a nuke there or not, but he might have got it. Yeah, see, I'm not moving around at random, you know, given whatever this, okay, now I'm looking at that flood. Oh, it's down to 16 seconds, there's under over trying to Avril me. And at this point, I'm like, no, there's no way. I mean, even if I get there, I don't have time to shoot it down. I'd rather, I might as well stay, I should have went over there sooner if I was going to go there.
Red core is heavily damaged.
This guy, there's a nice kill.
Flooding. Red core is
that
critical.
Was fun. The Walker secondary fire, that big roar that it puts out, it can knock people out of their vehicles if they're not quite careful enough and they get a little too close. You can hit that secondary fire on them, knock them out of their vehicle. In that case, he went flying over the cliff when he got knocked out. I enjoyed that. I don't get to do that too often. Most people pay close enough attention. They're not going to let that happen. Okay, I'm backing up a little bit because I can see they got the center. There's Kronos. I'm gonna worry they're gonna start putting fire on our prime. There's our orb heading in there. I think he's gonna fail. He might get it. Yeah, you can see him going up the steps there, and he got it. There's Adam going again. We're down to about a minute here.
I have the orb.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I was just firing into the flood node and got lucky and actually took down their orb carrier. That was Rocky Mountain. And I'm trying to keep fire on that orb there in case Blue tries to pick it up, but we just capped the center, so I'm not going to worry about that anymore. Blue's got the center again. Blue's got the center down again. It's 43 to 28, and there's 36 seconds to overtime.
Grab the Redeemer.
So at this point, he's got more. At this point, it's a little worrisome because although we do have that big lead, with going into overtime, it's not unusual for the other team to put out an effort at this point and just take over the whole map right at the end. I've seen it happen a few times. probably arrow that too.
10,
No, I'm not gonna get it. I don't even have an arrow.
8,
I'm gonna steal the arrow.
7, 6, 5.
I'm gonna steal the hamster ball
2.
and try to take out the center
got the
node
orb.
because it's kind of important at this point. Yeah, we're in overtime now. You basically want to control as many
orb
nodes as
carrier
possible. The whole thing about taking over the map and hitting the core I wouldn't say it goes out the window, but it's a little less important. The main thing is you just want to hold all these nodes, as many as possible. You're not even worried too much about getting the flood. Well, it depends on what the score is. I mean, as far ahead as we are, we just want to hold nodes. That's all we need. And we're not quite doing it. We're kind of in trouble here.
Grab your orb.
You can see the score getting a little closer here. Well, we got the center now. There's Jack move. I'm firing at him because like, you know, stop chatting and take the orb. Oh, but he's got it. Okay, we got the center. Okay, we got the flood, and now the center went down. You see Blue's fighting very hard. They're gonna make an effort. They could take this. They know they can take this. They make one or two good plays. They can get the prime, put some damage on the core, and they'd be all over. They're putting damage on our prime now. They might get the prime down. They got to worry about that
I've
flood
got the orb.
too. They got the prime down. They're putting damage on the flood too. They're building our prime. There's a spot here where you can fight through the window and hit the core, but usually there's 2 or 3 people in there healing the core, healing the prime. And there's no way you can shoot it down from here because you can't put damage on it faster than it goes up. It's just about up. So now I gotta start trying to shoot down the blue guys coming in through here. And yeah, there's 2 of them coming in. I'm not gonna get them. I'm doing a very bad job at this point. But we got lucky. Our prime went down, so they can't put any damage on the core. Well, they're gonna take it out on me. They're gonna start attacking me. I don't think I have an arrow this time.
Attack the center.
Otherwise, I would have probably grabbed that. Yeah, there's an arrow. There's some guy back there with an arrow. I'm trying to shoot down his rounds so they can get in, but not yet. I decided I just got to get him. I don't want to lose this. Although I'm not doing any good for the team like this either. You know, I mean, I can't abandon the vehicle because they'll steal bullets on me. Yeah, that's just right.
Blue core destroyed. Red team wins the match.